Well, hello there. It's been a minute,
Wow.
huh? Welcome back to Zholmyr Unbridled with your favorite crew here at Homebrew Advantage. It has been a minute since we've streamed, but
It
we
has.
did have the chance to play a couple weeks ago. It was this group's first time ever playing in person, which was very exciting. So we were all in Seattle for Emerald City Comic Con, had a great time, did some arcane cosplay, looked great, if I do say so myself. But definitely took advantage of the moment to get to experience the world of Zholmyr at the table. So that was really fun. But of course, the downside of that is we have no stream of it, no recording, anything like that. So we'll do our best here to recap a little bit of what happened because, ooh, wee boy, did a
Was
lot of shit
juicy.
happen in
Just
that
a little
one
bit.
little old session. So let's talk about it. So, to kind of set the scene a little bit of where we were, the group was in Ammrion, where they had come to after leaving the council down in Ciela. And part of their reason for journeying up north is because Tyenia, their new wood elf friend, mentioned that there might be a way up there to deal with a certain little Vila's certain little shadow daddy problem.
Just a little shadow daddy. Just a little
Just a
problem.
little bit, but still even a little is too much. So after having some conversations that are a little bit more tied to some of the overall things that they're working on, they did make their way over to the temple complex in Ammrion, where Tyenia brought them outside of the temple, which was home to facades and statues and altars to all sorts of deities, both the soul shepherds as well as figures that seemed to be beyond just the domain of the soul shepherds. But she brought them back to this secluded glen where she incited what she called the Rite of Mara, invoking the Soul Shepherd Mara, the god of fear and vulnerability and change. And so the entire party partook. They essentially entered into a dream state where Mara themselves found them and kind of subjected them to some, we'll just say some poking and prodding. Each of them was visited by the god who asked them questions about decisions they've made, emotions they're feeling, things that they're fearing, etc. First up was Valterra, who, in his typical Man of Stone fashion, was resolute and unyielding and stood firm against whatever Mara tried to throw at him, and he was able to make it through relatively unscathed. Elaine was forced with to confront a little bit more about exactly who she is and where she comes from and where her path has been taking her. Davina, in a similar vein, was sort of faced with the weight of the circumstances she now faces and had quite an interesting approach to dealing with how she feels about those circumstances. A lot of great back and forth there. Jasper, who himself has already been going through quite a transformation, seemed to be very at peace, recognizing that decisions he's made has led to some pretty big things and have hurt people, but all for what he sees as purpose and function. And so he was able to reinterpret that a little bit more in this place and chose to essentially sacrifice himself so that Violet was able to sail through the rest of the trials and the rite unscathed. Violet herself, of course, was subjected to the same interrogation by Mara, asked some difficult questions about fear and how fear has led her to make some very consequential decisions in her life and how that has influenced those around her now as well. And it was through this understanding of giving into one's fear where that can help lead to freedom, that Violet was able to bring her party members back to her, minus a certain elf gunslinger. Uh, and she found herself back at the ruins where years ago she first made contact with the essence of Strzok, and he first essentially infected her. Um, she was able to manifest the avatar of Strzok, the piece of him that still lived inside her and had taken hold. And the party began a very intense fight with this avatar of Strzok, this dark shadow creature, deep within the subconscious. Meanwhile, Jasper seems to be lost a little bit, suffering from what could probably best be described as an ego death, a complete loss of any identity, understanding, perspective, adrift in this sort of sea of blackness and nothingness and unknowingness. But thankfully, through the very smart and strategic work of his party members, signs were passed to him, symbols, omens, things that were meant to sort of remind him of who he was and call him back to this place. And in a very beautiful and dramatic moment, Jasper was essentially reborn in his new iteration and returned to the fight, where Violet was able to sever her connection to Strzok both figuratively and literally, thanks to some smart thinking from Elaine as well, providing some of her divine blessing to the work. And in a moment of choice, Violet was able to essentially give herself up to the fear of not knowing, and in doing so surrendered herself, and seemed to summon in this space something else. And with the casting of a wind wall spell, she eviscerated the remains of the avatar of Strzok, before slowly herself drifting down and away into darkness. Anything I missed?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that about the gist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and get back into it. Sorry, let me adjust this a little bit. Okay. Everyone, the wind wall spell dissipates. The howling wind that came with it and the screech from the avatar of Strzok as it was evaporated into the air swirling around it fades away. You all find yourselves, your vision going white. You find yourselves being rapidly removed from this jungle ruin that you had just been partaking in this battle. In a very quick process, you can feel your minds sort of resettle back into the material world. You can feel the softness of the mats underneath you. You can feel the coolness of the air around you, the cold forest air as it kind of, the breeze brushes up against your face. Your hair moves and brushes against the parts of your shoulders and your back. You open your eyes and you find yourself back in that secluded glen where Tayenya had brought you all. She sits in the middle of you, kind of fanned out around her in a circle. You can see that she is breathing heavy, and she looks at you all, and she says, "You've returned unscathed. Thank the shepherds." Except one person has not yet returned, it seems. Violet still lays unconscious on the ground with her mat.
I immediately rush to her side. Are we at like full spell slots and stuff right now, or are we still under the effects of what the combat did?
You are still under the effects of what the combat did.
Okay, shoot. I think I have something then. Can I just do a quick medicine check before I cast anything?
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. Nat 20! Oh my gosh! The dice y'all gave me! The sage worked!
Holy shit!
I love. They're so
I feel
beautiful.
it's like the tarot curse. You can't buy yourself your own dice anymore, Kate.
Yeah,
I get that. I think is true. That is true. We know that's true. Because when Eric buys me dice, they do well. But I can't buy myself dice, so.
Amazing. So my birthday's April 9th. If anyone wants to buy me new dice, just.
Although I feel bad because I think the dice I bought Megan did not do well.
No, they did well. You just had all those legendary resistances.
Oh, true.
But you were eating them, and that was important.
Sorry, I just threw out my dice.
that was nuts.
Funny.
Oh my God,
that was legendary.
That was crazy.
It was necessary.
Listen, hey, if you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, Elaine.
Yeah.
You make your way over to Violet, and the first thing you do is almost instinctually, you are kind of remembering what happened just this morning when you made that connection with the wood elf who was suffering greatly from the effects of the substance that had infected him, right? And in doing that, you realize that you essentially had to remove a poison from him to, like, there was a weight to him that you felt you had to release from him in order to make him feel better. You kind of open yourself up to Violet's energy in an instinctual, like, I need to do this, like, I need to get that out of her. But you recognize right away that none of that weight exists. What you feel is instead, the best way to describe it is as if energy could have the feeling of rushing water.
Ooh.
There is a turbidity to Violet in this moment. She is unsettled.
Okay. Does my aura help here? Because I now have the anti-fear aura with our level up. So allies within 10 feet of me cannot be frightened as long as I'm conscious.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will say make an insight check for me with advantage.
Okay. Cool.
Come on.
It's a 18 on the first one, and we'll go with the 18. The second one was a 2. But it's really good.
And it's straight roll or any?
Yes, my insight. It's insight. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't add anything to my insight. Okay. So 18.
You think back to the conversation that Violet had with you all right before you entered into the temple complex. She talked about having to finally confront this piece of her that she has essentially denied for so long, or attempted to suppress or lessen the effect that this was, the extent to which this was a part of her and was eating away at her. Um,
Mhm.
You get the sense that the volatility that you can sense within Violet is almost like her emotional and spiritual center is forcing itself to do a very an intense kind of realignment, and it has weakened her to being in this place where she was essentially deep within her subconscious. She is finding it hard in this moment to fight against that current to pull herself out.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Oh no.
I see you
So
struggle as you do this.
yeah,
I'm just gonna put
I
my
don't know
hand
what
on
to
your.
do.
I don't know what you're gonna do either, but I put my hand on your shoulder. I give you a little bardic to figure it out.
Okay. I don't know what to do. She's not like sick. It's like a spiritual thing. I, I don't know what to do.
Michael, we can't hear you if you're trying to come in.
Was I muted? I was muted.
You were muted.
Oh, were you trying to talk that whole time?
No, I mean I was just
Okay.
I was asking if you relayed that to everybody.
Yeah, I would
Um,
say that's me out loud.
it sounds like she's battling within herself then.
Is it wrong to help her with this?
I mean, the whole point of this was for her to accept help, so why would we stop now?
Yeah, okay. So we leveled have we technically leveled up at this
Yeah.
point or okay. So that means I did get 5 more points of my lay on hands. So I'm gonna use that first. And do the same thing of just like I put a hand over her heart and over her forehead and try to less defibrillate her and kind of just like gently offer a tether for her to hold on to. And so I'll pump those 5 points in as like a means of curing some kind of, condition.
Okay.
Just let her know I'm here.
Violet. The last thing you remember is fading away into this sort of dark place. As the battle ended, you heard the rush of the wind before seeming to kind of fall back into yourself. And as you fell backward, the world around you evaporated. You find yourself now feels like you're floating. You look around, you can't seem to see anything in particular around you at the immediate moment, but you can feel the sensation of movement. It's hard to tell if you yourself are moving or if the world around you is moving, but everything around you at the moment is very kinetic.
Okay. If everything is moving around me, can I sense? I was just with all of my friends. Can I sense any of them?
I will say that is also an insight. Make an insight check for me on that.
Okay. Oh, 10.
You It's hard to tell in this space. You're not even sure exactly how to sense them or anything. Do you call out to them or anything like that?
Yes. Can I
Okay.
hear my own voice in this space?
As you call out, you do hear your voice. It sounds muffled. And not necessarily muffled as if someone was like holding a hand over your mouth or something like that. It's
Mhm.
muffled in the sense of when someone far away is trying to shout at you, you can only
Mm.
make out trace sounds.
I think I'm screaming everyone's names as loud as I can. And also, like, we did it. He's gone. We did it. Where did you go? Are you here?
You scream out, that same muffled tone comes from your throat as you yell louder and louder. As you yell and frantically try to call out to your friends, you can feel a panic beginning to rise inside you.
I'm going to stop yelling. It was not fruitful in this moment.
Is any of this manifesting physically? Or. Okay.
And it's just blackness around me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have my backpack with me?
Yes,
have
you can
anything with me?
feel, you kind of like use your arms to like pat yourself down. You can feel that you do have all of your pieces that you entered into this space with.
Okay. I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out a gift that Elaine gave me, like some token of connection from Elaine or Davina through the years, and hold on to it and calm myself down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you reach in and you find there was a piece of, as Elaine has gone through her different adventures with you, you're quite aware of this process with her. She does her mending through this sort of rejuvenation. I forget what's the name of it with like the gold.
Kintsugi.
Thank you,
Kintsugi.
Kitsugi. Um, as part of that process, sometimes there are pieces of her that are essentially shed so that new pieces can be remolded and put in.
Mhm.
There's a beautiful piece of thin marble with gold around its edges that she gifted to you one time because you particularly loved the shape and the feel of it in your hands.
I'm going to hold that in my right hand. And then, to the best of my ability, I'm floating, but I'm going to try to like stand up in a sense, like
Straighten yourself.
straighten myself up, and think about how this is my own mind. Where is the ship that I used at the beginning? So just trying to like visualize again where I want to be and try to see if anything shifts around me as I visualize following
Make
the wind.
I will say, make a wisdom saving throw with a DC 10.
Would the emboldening bond still be active, and would it be active in this space? I am technically.
What is that?
That's the plus. You get a D4 to your saving throws.
Um,
I'm within 5 feet of her body, but I don't know if that extends to this liminal space.
I will say, sure.
Okay. And as Violet is doing this, she's thinking about how she made her choice and that she was able to rid Strock with her friends and has the power within her to get out of wherever she is. That is not good. That was, you said a wisdom save? Oh, I have a +3, so it's 11. And then, Michael, what was your
A D4.
addition? D4. I'm also using my violet dice, which I haven't used in a really long
Oh,
time. They're blood red,
beautiful.
and they have the little molten core in the middle.
I love the
That's
glitter.
a 4. Okay, so that's a 15.
Yeah, that definitely beats a DC 10. Um, you you're beginning to center yourself a little bit, but the way that you do so is by allowing yourself to feel what's happening around you. So as you mentioned, you're thinking of what you've just accomplished. You are thinking of the people who helped you accomplish this great feat, uh, and you try to let yourself be extremely present in this moment that you find yourself in. You can feel your senses start to shift and change a little bit. There is a heightened awareness of the wind around you. Um, you recognize that the wind seems to be moving in a specific direction. It's moving just off to the left of you. It feels like the wind is sort of like blowing this way.
I am going to start running the second I know the direction that the wind is going in.
Okay.
And in my head, I'm just picturing like, like Sadie Sinks, like slow run and Stranger
Yes.
Things.
Yeah, you
But I'm
take
running
off.
faster than that.
You take off in a sprint, and as you run, the sensation just grows even weirder for you because your feet are not making contact with any solid surface beneath you, but you can feel your momentum moving in the direction that you instruct it to. You take off at a very fast clip in the direction of the wind, and you can feel now a tailwind at your back as you move in a very fast pace through this kind of invisible current. And as you do so, you start to see that there are shapes and patterns and visuals that are emerging around you. Every now and then, you can see veins of light that kind of pierce through in these like swirling mists before they fade off. But the wind continues to howl.
Do I see anything in front of me? Or is it just blackness still? Or
Make
will
a
the murals... Okay.
make a perception check for me.
Let's see. Oh, that wasn't good. I'm going to use one of my lucky rerolls.
Okay.
So, is that... I
I'd
rolled
like
the
to try
same
something.
thing.
Which
Just
is?
an 8. An 8
Just an 8.
total.
Okay. The wind howls around you. These lights flash every so often. And even though you are now moving, you are still lost. And that new fear begins to rise in you once again. The fear of being alone has subsided, and the fear of being lost is beginning to grow inside of you.
Okay. Violet has been lost on the seas multiple times with Captain Garland. So I'm going to reach in and grab a compass that I have. And I'm curious if north is pointing in the direction of where the wind was. So I'm going to stop running, take out the compass, see if I can feel the wind again, and also see if the compass is pointing in the same direction.
You find it strange that as you take out the compass and look, the arrow is not moving in a way that you necessarily thought it would. Normally what has to happen with a compass is the arrow locks onto a singular point, and you try to basically move the compass to match where the arrow is going, right? To be able to tell where you're going. The wind around you continues to be very turbulent and flow in this sort of chaotic state. For a second, you're very confused because the arrow is moving in a very erratic way, and then you notice that the arrow matches the wind wherever it goes.
The wind is blowing in all different directions right now.
A little bit, yeah.
Can I sense the strongest breeze, or are they all similar in strength?
No, absolutely, yeah. So you center yourself once again. You feel the wind around you. You can sense now that the breeze itself is starting to move downward.
I'm gonna, okay, stop moving then. Put my compass away and stare downward. Are there lights down there that I can see?
You notice the faintest flashes of light every few seconds deep beneath you.
Similar to jumping off of a plank or the side of a ship, I'm gonna dive.
Okay. Same sort of thing. Gravity is not really as much of a thing here, but in your mind, before you had instructed yourself to run, and now you are essentially instructing yourself to fall. And that is exactly what happens. You feel the sensation, the weight moves up into your stomach, you drop down, and you move at a very fast pace now. You seem to be gaining speed, falling farther and farther and farther. The lights.
Like a help. Sorry, I'll try something to help from up above, quote unquote, when you have a second.
Well, let me know what you were thinking.
I was going to try to cast command on Violet and tell her to awake.
Okay, go ahead.
She's got to make a wisdom save of 18.
Go ahead, Violet.
Okay. I have to get the 18?
Yeah. Well, if you want to purposely fail, I don't know if you'd be aware enough that I would be casting it, but
I did not get an 18. So I got a 6 plus 3, 9.
okay. So then I tell you to awake as I'm standing over Elaine and over you.
Okay. Violet, you continue to fall faster and faster. The lights seem to be growing closer and closer. You hear a booming voice echo across this cavernous space all around you. The wind, the way that the wind whips, it chops the noise of the voice, the sound of it. It almost seems like it's coming from all different directions at once. And the voice just says, "Awaken."
Do I hear it as Davina?
You do. What is your reaction to hearing Davina's voice tell you to awaken?
I'm gonna scream out, I'm trying! I'm coming! And I'm trying to like force myself awake. It's kind of like when you're in like a lucid dream I'm trying to just like force myself awake.
Okay. Yes. So as you
And her
fall,
voice isn't directional, right? It's coming
no.
from everywhere. Okay.
Mhm. You fall faster. The voice continues to echo and reverberate across the area. There's all of a sudden a very, very bright flash of light. The entire area around you illuminates at this point, and it stays that way. You can see now that you are falling through a gigantic, turbulent, swirling cloud. You can feel now the rain whipping against your face as the wind blows it around in this cloud. You can feel the chill of the storm. You continue to fall through it. There is a light down beneath you now that is continuing to slowly grow and grow and grow. It's bright enough that it's hard to be able to see exactly what's beyond it. It starts to get brighter and brighter and brighter until you see that there is a humanoid shape within this light with a hand reached up at you.
I'm grabbing for that hand
Okay.
with all of my might.
Violet, you position yourself now into a nosedive. Your body is pointed right at this shape beneath you. You extend your hand, you pick up speed as you position your body in an aerodynamic way to soar through the storm around you until the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. You reach out, you make contact, everything around you disappears. You are forced back into your physical body, gasping for breath, reeling from the effects of the storm around you, and you find yourself back in the glen with Elaine's hand on your chest.
I'm gonna sit up, grab her hand, and just grab you, Elaine.
I just hug her.
We did it. I did it. I did it. We did
You
it.
did it. You did it. You're out.
I did it. I did it. Ah.
What
And then
is
look around.
going on in the all of you? What's happening?
Strack is gone. He's gone. I did it. I'm free. He's gone. I'm gonna look around. Davina, I heard your voice. Where are you?
I'm like right behind, standing over Elaine. And she's just not, I think she's just got like a little tear in her eyes, not for what happened, but for you.
I'm gonna do one of those, like, I'm hugging Elaine, but I'm gonna like quickly like grab to the extent
She
I
gets
can.
It's like a little sound of protest, but she joins. She's like,
heard your voice.
I thought you were dead, and if that was the case, I was gonna kill you myself.
I know. I would die twice.
I would have brought you back just to.
It's just to kill me again. I know. Jasper, Vel, are they okay?
We're good. We're all good. We all made it.
I can believe we did it. I can't believe, but I had the choice all along to rid myself of him.
And so we are for sure done with the really scary. We're for sure done with the scary god possession.
I feel, I don't, volatile, but I don't feel him anymore. So, and then I'm gonna, well, let me see, and I'm gonna try to, life train.
Girl, I'm hurting.
You can take the vampire out of the girl. You can't take.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna life drain. Instead, I'm gonna just try to throw one of my psychic daggers. I'm gonna try to summon a soul knife. That's a better choice. So Violet's gonna think about it and be like, okay, no, okay, I'm gonna try to summon a dagger.
You attempt to summon a dagger as you've done a million times before, and see only thin air in front of you.
I can't use his power anymore.
Good.
He's
You're
gone.
smiling.
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh, finally.
Tanya is going to come over and she's going to put a hand on your shoulder, Violet. And she's going to say, the rite of Mara is challenging for anyone who wishes to partake. But to do so as a means to break a bond with the Shadow himself, there are much fewer who can do that and live to tell the tale. You should be very proud of yourself, Violet. She's going to turn and look at all of you. All of you should be proud of what you've accomplished here today. You all had to experience your own ordeals through the rite, and you had to do so alone. But in doing so, you were able to come together and face a great threat. And you did it. How do you feel, Violet?
Free. Powerful. I think more powerful than I ever did with Strock.
I can sense the change. It is when we accept that power in this world comes from the power of the world itself. And when we seek to take control of it, we relinquish it. Good for you. Irafor will be most pleased to learn about this. I promised all of you that you would have the chance to speak with Irafor and state your case. We can go back and see. Hopefully he has returned from his dealings out in the taiga. Unless you would like some time to rest first. I know it's been quite an afternoon.
How's
I'll look
everyone
around at
looking?
everyone.
How's
Yeah.
everyone looking?
Not
I
great.
think we
Yeah,
could
a
use
rest
some
would be
rest.
nice.
I will channel divinity, and I'm
Woo!
going to do balm of peace, and so I'll just walk in a circle and just kind of put a hand on each of you, and you will each gain 2d6 plus 5 hit points.
Whoa!
As much as I appreciate that, a long
I need the
rest is
spell slots.
absolutely needed for me.
We need the.
It has nothing to do with spell slots. My max HP is down by like 30, and I'm at like
Yeah.
1 HP. So a long rest is absolutely necessary for me.
You're at 1 HP?
I'm at 8 at the moment, but I was like,
It's not a lot.
He
It's
was
not
in
a
the
whole
middle of
lot.
it with Strock. He was in the middle of
Yeah.
it with Strock.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
duking it out there for a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
That whole battle was crazy. You had Vel on the front line, and you had Violet finally playing a ranged rogue for the first time in her life. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was essentially doing my best to just play the bait and just keep him busy while Violet
Yeah.
did whatever the fuck she needed to do.
You did a great
Belle
job.
and Davina
But
were
as a
great,
result,
yeah.
yeah, I
Insane.
took more of a beating than Bella's used to.
I think we would be most grateful for a rest, Tanya, before we meet with Irafor. I think I'm gonna look around. I think we've been through it.
Yes, I would say you've more than earned it. I'm happy to show you to some quarters where you can rest for the rest of the day. I'll speak to Irafor. We can speak to him first thing in the morning. Right, so, at this point, you can tell it is late afternoon, bordering early evening. The light was already starting to the sun was starting to set when you had first entered the glen. It's now kind of entering that phase of where like the sun is pretty much down, but there's that lingering light across the horizon. But she leads you out of the glen. You walk that path once more. Eventually, the trees lose all of their bells and ribbons and the things that had been put up to sort of catch the wind. You see, after a few minutes of walking, up ahead of you is the stone archway that leads back into the temple complex. And you are able to re-enter back into the sprawling facility with all of the statues of the shepherds and some of the other unknown-looking beings and creatures throughout the complex. Jasper, as you walk through, you can't help but sort of linger a little bit on the giant statue of Rylene with her hand extended towards the sky, riding on Brenna, her fire mount. You all exit the temple complex and you make your way back into the city. It's almost jarring how, after the ordeal that you went through, you find yourself back in the basic streets that you were just a few hours before. But the city is still unchanged. It's a wide mixture of elves, animals, familiars, all sorts of kind of beings and creatures freely roaming the very wide pathways that scatter themselves through the trees. Tayanya leads you through until eventually you come out at a very large, I mean, tent is the word for it, but it's essentially its own building. Giant leather kind of just like skins, like huge leather skins make up the exterior of this space. You can see some smoke coming out of the roof of it, signaling that there's probably some sort of fire or something inside. She pulls back the flap and leads you in. It is a very, very spacious and well-adorned tent. There are rations around. There are very comfortable-looking, heavily padded mats for sleeping and resting. There's even some tables and benches splayed out in here as well. And in the middle, there is a large fire, keeping the interior of this place quite warm as the smoke escapes up through the vent in the ceiling. And she says, "Please make yourselves comfortable. This lodging will be for only you all tonight. Do let me know if there's anything you need in the meantime. Otherwise, I can come get you first thing in the morning. And, of course, the city is yours to explore. Do not feel like you must stay here only. But I understand there's a desire to rest."
Thank you.
Thank you, Tayanya.
Absolutely. Well, I bid you all farewell. And she'll turn and leave, and you can see as the flap of the tent begins to close behind her, large furred haunches kind of come up along her side as Aurora joins with her. And you're not quite sure where Aurora has been this whole time, but it seems like she was never too far.
Mm.
Good puppy.
And you find yourselves alone.
Vel dies.
No.
What happened to each of you in there?
Oh.
We're not going to talk about it?
Yes, I'm so wired. I'm so tired, and also cannot even think about going to sleep right now.
You know.
Ugh.
thank you all so much for being in there with me. We don't need to talk about it now, but tomorrow, with
I mean,
Vel
it's
cooking
his...
us some breakfast.
Vel is dying. You know?
Vel is quite literally eroding.
Vel is eroding.
You did all get that healing, so whatever. Michael, did you ever tell him what that
No.
healing was?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh, we can wait till
4
tomorrow.
plus 3 plus 5, 7, 12 points.
Nice. That's very
12
useful.
points, great.
Not bad at all.
Is that I feel, I mean, yes, exhausted, but different. And I don't know if I can sleep.
We can just stay awake until you do. Just... You have that crazy look. So it's good to know that the crazy doesn't leave with
Manic.
Strock.
No, that's
It's
part of
just-
me.
Okay, so
That
she's
is all you.
always
That's just
manic.
me. Okay, Belle's obviously going to sleep. Look at him.
Yeah, at some point. That's certainly... I'd like to. But
Jasper, how are you looking?
I'm great. I feel like a new person. You actually, like, for the first time in ever, like, he looks peaceful. Like, he's not on edge. He's not angry. He's kind of just calm.
Davina, how do you look?
I think she's a little worn down. It was a long day for her, but she's happy for Violet. She's trying to stay up for her,
What did happen?
but she's
to
not starting any
everybody?
conversation.
I'll say that.
What did what?
What did happen to everybody?
well,
Oh, do you want to start? What happened to you?
Well, I saw where Hazel had originally saved me. I was confronted with my rage and its consequences. I was told in no uncertain terms that I needed to grow, and I accepted that. What happened after that, I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Kind of felt like I didn't exist for what felt like forever.
Oh.
And then heard you all. And then I woke up's not the right term. Became aware of myself again. And I was standing in fire. So, I'm not angry, which feels weird. That's nice. You guys have great experiences like that?
Impactful experiences, yes. I saw a factory of a bunch of my brothers and sisters, a ton of other automata being constructed, and I am angry, which feels weird. Jasper, I think I owe you a massive apology for judging you for acting when you did, because I think I need to be more decisive and not be so afraid of being angry. And then I was on a ship, and then we killed a demon god. It was exciting.
Yeah, I was there for that part. That part.
Okay, so that's the same for everyone? Okay, that was good to know. It's hard to
Killing
see.
of a demon god.
Yeah, that's good.
We did that.
Well, I don't know. I guess hearing of the experiences that you all had, I mean, it worked out, but I think maybe I owe you an apology, Violet. Even when I feel like I knew what was being asked of us, I kind of stood obstinate in the face of Mara. I still resisted. I just refused to give any moral authority to one of the Soul Shepherds or any of the Apex Prelacy. And I'm glad to see it didn't hurt what we were trying to do in there, but still, I'm a bit ashamed that I wasn't able to put that aside to help you.
You were still there in the fight, Val. That's all that matters.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised, though I'm still proud of you. I mean, I did tell you at one point while we were sitting on a dock that this day would come. And it was just your decision to make. All you had to do was make it. So, glad you finally did, but I knew you'd get there.
Me too. Took a little longer, I think, than we all wanted, but
I think it took exactly the time it needed to.
And Davina? What about you?
I mean, it sounds sort of some my Goldstone.
I'm not saying nothing. I said
You don't have
nothing.
to.
Made him.
You don't even have to. It's written all over your face, baby.
I don't know, Davina. What did you see?
What did you see, Davina? What did you do?
What did you do? What happened to you in there, Davina?
I found myself in the ruins of my family home, and I think not maybe in the way that Mara wanted it to, but it helped me remember why I'm here,
Why is that?
what I'm doing it for.
And what?
So,
I was like, I'm not the one that asked that question.
what?
What are you doing it
Someone
for?
asked a question?
I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I think mostly for my.
This is amazing.
I think
It's
Fine.
back.
She had a villain
Oh.
origin story. Who?
Oh, it's very good.
Oh god.
I.
Yep.
Oh my god. I think I'm doing it. Ultimately, I'm doing it for me, for better or worse, and yeah, I'm here with you guys. I can't do it on my own.
It's okay. It's been a long day. I'm gonna take Davina's hand and be like, I'm so happy that you're here.
Well, I mean, you're the one that went through the most traumatic experience. I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone. Not from this world, obviously, but from my soul. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I feel the same as Jasper. At peace, at ease, settled. You know, Val, to your point on getting to this point, I think Davina, you're in a similar boat, was raised my whole life with this belief that power is external, that it's something that we have to take, that it's something that society provides us. And
Well, it's
through
certainly
that,
not.
yeah,
I was going to say it's certainly not given to you. You either have to take it yourself or find it within.
I
find it
disagree.
within.
Yeah.
And I learned that through that experience, through everything we've been through in these past few months. What I saw while I was in there is I was on a ship. I was on the Mistress, and I was faced with my fear of uncertainty and my fear of giving up this sense of power from Strock and where that would leave me, and if I would be able to find the happiness and freedom that I want in life without it. And I embraced it. I embraced the unknown. I envisioned all of you on the ship with me, and I think that's what brought you there. Except for Jasper, I think that's, I don't know, maybe that was when you were in the fire.
Yeah, I think well, no, the fire was coming back, and then I was staring at a brazier, which was odd.
Okay, okay.
No, I think probably I was in my liminal space of not existing but existing.
Mm. Well, I'm glad that was temporary.
Didn't feel temporary. Felt kind of infinite, both in time and
Oh.
space.
Casual. I don't know. Felt kind of
Wait,
infinite in time and space.
I mean, wait, there's a lot of text there. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait.
Whoops. God. Dang
But in
it.
severing my ties to Strock. Do I need to read it? I need to read
I'm
it.
sorry.
Being at
I'm
peace with
sorry.
the realities of who you are and
This
hold the
is
world
ins-
what?
They're the same
Picture. Davina. Therapy
That's
now.
crazy.
But in
Amazing.
yes, severing Strock and freeing myself of him, I feel different. I don't know how I've changed exactly and what it means, but it does mean that now that I've rid myself of Strock, it's time to rid the world of this larger corruption.
The apex prelacy.
I'm gonna look at Val and be like, well,
Well,
at least you can still crack jokes. You're not that tired.
No, Jasper taught me up a little bit. Also, Jasper, when the fuck did you learn how to do that?
yeah, that's new.
Yeah.
I
I
feel like we
don't.
skipped over that part of it.
I don't know if I ever learned. Kind of. It was really hard to explain. I'm
Just
still
vibes-based,
me.
or-
I'm still me,
Mm.
but I feel like a new version of me. Like I'm all still there. Nothing has changed. But I came back with something else, I guess, if that makes sense. Saw Rylene. Didn't really have a
Oh.
chat, more of she's a very, very stern, angry lady. And that's what I appreciate about her. But I mean, I think that there's the flip side of, you know, you hate them, you hate the Soul Shepherds. I don't know if I necessarily put stock in many of them, but there is strength and vengeance and protection. There's the angry side of that, which I think I've got, locked in. I think I feel like I've mastered that part. But there's also the what comes after. There's the building after you break. And I think that's what I came back with. A desire for that. So maybe that's manifesting. I don't know. I'm not a woo-woo guy.
No, you just developed your own 12-step program.
I feel like there was one step, but
Is that all
We'll
you
learn
can
about
handle?
the other 11 tomorrow.
there's a lot of steps. I don't know. I think, yeah, I guess there were steps of, getting from the point of letting the rage control you and controlling it, which maybe we have some talks to have about that, Elaine. But
That would be extremely useful.
I think for a long time, the rage, I was a tool through which the rage was operating.
In more than one way.
Ah, what do you mean?
I mean, you said you were a tool, so.
Oh, yeah,
It's funny.
you're not wrong. That's good. That's good. You're not wrong. Yeah, looking back,
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
looking back
Yeah.
at the way that I behaved, I can't say I regret it, but I do understand on a more deeper level the impact that I've had. And I am sorry.
Thank you.
Apology accepted.
I forgive you.
Do you forgive me too, Val?
Yeah, I'd already gotten there, but yeah.
So are we grabbing a drink to celebrate?
No. No, I'm going to bed.
No, I'm going to bed.
Lane, Davina, Jasper.
I'll just
The
be
night is
standing there with
young.
a cup. I can't. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for a walk before I come back here and go to sleep.
You heal an outside wound with rubbing alcohol. You heal an inside wound with drinking alcohol.
Hmm.
That's science.
That's just how that
Them's
works.
the rules.
So
The
I'll drink with you, but
canonical proof that ethanol, hydropropylene ethanol exists in Zholmyr.
Insane.
They just
Sorry.
call it something else.
Davina.
Dingy juice.
I'll drink with you.
Stingy
I don't think
juice.
Davina's actually going to really drink with you. She's just going to keep pouring your glass and hope that you don't notice that she's not really sipping from hers.
Jasper, are you in? Yes, and Violet's just gonna, as you pause, you don't have a choice. Violet's just gonna grab your arm. It's way too long of a pause. You're in. I'm gonna wrap my arm around you.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Come on, you phoenix.
Hey.
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 Aye. Now what?
And Violet's partially doing that because she also knows that there's a lot of reconciliation needed between Davina and Jasper.
Which is so
she's
funny.
just having-
Above game, Jasper is so ready for that conversation, and Davina is so not
Absolutely
ready. For
not
that
ready.
conversation.
If anything, she's moved further away from it.
Yep. It's not.
We literally ships in the night where it's Davina's I want to have this conversation. Jasper's I don't know what you want from me. And now we're on the exact opposite side of things.
I love
Oh,
tension between characters.
Snusty.
See, this is part of your 12 step,
No.
Jasper, making your apologies. It doesn't mean I have to accept it, but you still got to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Beautiful.
Yeah. I don't accept I don't accept the acceptance of the apology. Doesn't mean it's not given.
Oh. So as we're at the bar, Violet's having a grand old time.
I think I'm drinking. I'm not like
Yeah.
you have a glass.
well, I'm drinking, but I'm not pounding it. You know? I'm sipping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying my libations, but I'm not trying to drown anything. So I think he's just enjoying peace for once.
Violet's enjoying life.
Oh, yeah.
So that means that I'm not drinking too much to like not remember the night. I'm just trying. I'm literally Violet's just trying to have a good time with friends.
You're just having a good time
Like,
with
yes.
friends.
Just having a good time with friends.
time with friends. Like after all of that darkness and all of those shadows, she's trying to bring light to the rest of the evening, and just the fact that her friends, everyone is alive, everyone is okay. And the next morning is going to bring a lot more promise than the ones before. So maybe, yeah, I think Jasper and her are probably going at the same pace. They don't have any orange wine.
Davina's there out of support, and she's nursing a glass. That's about it.
What are we drinking?
So you're drinking what can probably best be like, it's got like kind of a gin flavor to it. It tastes very kind of like spicy and piney. It's very sharp. The wood elves seem to be about less of the flavor fluff than their cousins to the south.
Berry flavored moonshine.
So Sal does end up getting drunk.
Probably.
Most likely. I'll roll a con save. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to get like drunk?
No, like if I do or not. Do I need to roll for it? I don't want. Violet does not want to get like.
I was gonna say, it does not. The way you guys are describing it does not sound like you're ripping shots and downing.
No.
I was not gonna make you roll. I think if you are planning to like, if you are purposely kind of sipping and just enjoying and like as you guys are describing it, enjoying a libation, no, I'm not gonna make you roll a con save for that.
I don't know if it was like it's stronger alcohol than we thought or something.
No, it's not that it's stronger. It's just that like in Tilosari you had fruit wine, and this is like
I see
sharp, like alcohol with spice in it. So it's just flavor wise, it's a bit of a different drink.
Okay.
Yeah, you're leading this horse and pony show. So what are we doing?
We are cheersing.
To
one thing we're looking forward to.
City life.
What?
What'd you say, Davina?
City life.
City life. Definitely city life. Jasper?
Redemption. You?
Well, not getting possessed by a demon and attacking my own friends.
That's
Ever.
pretty solid.
Again.
We don't have to lie to you anymore, or like not tell you things.
No lies. No lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have I missed? Can you fill me? No, don't fill me in on this.
No, I
It's
think
too
we
much.
got there. We got there, I think. Right?
What?
With what?
I don't
We
think.
filled her in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's nothing that she doesn't know anymore. I guess what we talked with the other guy about, like, what did we talk? Oh, the seats. Oh yeah, you don't know. Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
we're gonna.
Wait. Is this okay?
You're good, bud. You're good, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna put the seat of the power here, the seat of the Fae.
Okay. And your people are okay with that?
I mean, there's really not the place for them to put it. So, I mean, my wife's on the council now, and she agrees. So at the very
Mm-hmm.
least, we have that backing. So,
So
I mean, I don't think that
is
anyone would defend it like these people. For all their faults, they are devout.
yeah, are they looking at us strangely because we're the only non-elven people here, right?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely did when you arrived, but also when you arrived,
Yeah.
you had Tyannia walking you through the city, and
True.
so there was
Okay.
like an
Okay.
air of
Yeah.
authority there that kind of
Okay.
no one bothered. Like people were bothering you in Lease for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think for the first time in a long time, it feels like even though my home was just recently destroyed, it feels, I feel like there's a path forward, like a true path forward.
Me too.
Not just anger pushing me, or
Mm.
us, or just someone wronged me, I must make that person feel pain. Like that feels hollow now.
So what will your redemption be, Jasper?
I don't think that's for me
Is it
to decide. I think at this point, I want to do good. I want
hmm.
to. There will be a time and a place for that rage to burn back through, but it isn't.
Mm.
It's not the point anymore.
Mm.
It's a tool. Sometimes you have to break things before you can rebuild them better, um, which I think is likely to happen at some point in the very near future. But we'll see.
So tomorrow with Irifor, we're just gonna talk to him about putting the seat here?
Yeah, I think there's multiple things we're talking about. I think we're trying to recruit him to the war effort, him and
Okay.
his people, as well as negotiating a ease of travel between here and other places where allies may or may not be, as well as the seat. I don't.
Hmm.
I think the seat's more of like a bargaining chip to get the other things, if that makes
No.
sense.
No. Is
Uh,
anyone else? Are you guys hot? Just feeling a little warm.
I think it's the gin, bud.
I'm feeling okay. All right, I think
You good?
let's call it. I'm just feeling a little tingly. Yeah.
You've been quiet.
Let's call it.
Before you
Davina?
say that, yeah, I'll look. I'll look at Davina. You've been unusually quiet.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, I think I'm still processing, you know?
Processing what?
All of what happened with Sal. I didn't think it was going to be so personal.
Despite the fact that they told us it was in fact going to be very personal.
Well, I mean,
She only heard that 30 seconds before she jumped in.
Yeah.
So to be fair, to be fair.
and I wasn't
Right.
gonna renege on the doorstep to help Sal.
Sorry, Sal, I'm out.
Yeah,
Yes.
Look, bottom line, I'm happy we all made it out. I'm happy we're on our way to the next thing in defeating the circle and saving the world and all that jazz. But yeah,
What do you want, Davina? We've been through so much together.
Yeah, what?
We've
Like,
been through it all. And you've helped me in every step along the way. You supported me. You really showed up and lended me your
Are you
courage
okay?
and
Are you?
aid.
drunk.
I'm just a little tipsy. But what do you want now?
What do I want? I want my home back. I want my father set free. I want
We,
your family.
I want my family free.
This is far from over. But to that point, we're here at the bar. We had a good day overall. So cheers to redemption, freedom, and city life. And I think with that, she's gonna take like she's gonna cheers you guys, and she's gonna finish the last of her drink like in one go, and then she'll ask the bartender for another round and leave some coins on the bar and say goodnight to you too.
Yeah, okay. All right.
She's out.
You're gonna have a talk with her.
Violet watches Davina go. Can I make an insight check? I think after all of the years that we spent
I
together,
think it's
I know
pretty
something is
obvious
up.
she's not
It's very
doing
obvious.
great.
Not
Yeah.
doing well.
I don't think you
Davina,
need the insight check to know she's not feeling it.
So Davina, you want us? Okay, this is something that we would know just from your overall demeanor. You're not trying to hide it, or you're not able to hide it.
I don't know that she's not able to hide it. I think what she's putting off is kind of what she presented to you, that is just a long day and a lot more than she expected. So, I mean, she's given you enough reason for her to be acting that way, but whether or not you believe that's all of it, that's on you.
I think Violet is sensing something more than that after all of the years that we've been friends. Do I need an insight check for that?
I will say Violet, make an insight check on that for me, and I will say Davina against your deception, because it's not that you're lying, but you are like not sharing
Not
everything.
sharing all of
Yes.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I was allowed, I think Jasper at this point is kind of like, I'm not gonna touch that. That's not, well, like, less like,
Not gonna poke the bear.
less like, I'm not gonna poke the bear, and more like, I'm going to respect the bear. Like,
Respect the bear.
Yeah,
it's
I see.
not,
I get it.
it's not like a, oh, I shouldn't do that. It's like a, that's not for me.
I rolled an 18.
That's so cute. I rolled a 26.
Yeah, I was like, girl, like, you're rolling against her deception? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're rolling
that's
against
so
the bar.
true.
Why did I even
Which is so funny because
try?
maybe my insight, if you roll bad and I roll hot on my insight, maybe it's possible, but.
I have a plus 13 on my deception,
plus-
and that's baseline.
Yep.
That's baseline.
Your passive deception is 23.
That's wild. Okay,
That's
so Violet
ridiculous.
is just like she's had a long day. Davina's had a long day. But when you leave Davina, I'm gonna turn to Jasper and be like, speaking of rebuilding, she's lost everything, Jasper.
Yeah, I know.
We have to help her rebuild.
Just the point.
I don't know what it's gonna look like. for what she wants, which is why I tried to ask her.
Yeah, I think, like, obviously I'm responsible for that. That's, I have no illusions there. I unfortunately think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I mean, that's what happened to both of us. She has to figure it out on her own.
I don't think she needs to figure it out on her own. I think I'm not going to say what she needs to do, but I think her path is deeply, deeply entwined with whatever happens with the Empire.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's not going to do it alone, but she needs to figure out what she wants herself.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that you and Elaine can help there, and now apparently Volterra can help there.
Do you know what's going on? Has he said anything to you? We haven't talked about this. This is so fun. Has Solterra said anything to you about her?
No, but like it's so painfully obvious it's something.
So painfully obvious. And they're trying to hide it, but they're not being very secretive at all.
I don't think that. At the very least, I'm not getting like. Vel's not trying to hide it. He's just not flaunting it. You know.
Well, no, because Vel can't hide anything. He's an open book.
Yeah, I think it's less that he can't and more that he just chooses not to. Which I actually really appreciate about him.
Me too.
He kind of just wears it on
Me
his
too.
sleeve, not because he has to, just because there's no point
Yeah.
hiding things.
I think they balance each other out.
Yeah, I think maybe Vel's a little too level-headed sometimes. Needs a little spice. Maybe Davina can use a little grounding. Because he's made of ground.
God, it's such a dad joke. Oh my God. I know how Juniper feels all the time. Ugh. Such a
Did you
dad
know
joke.
that this drink tastes like that because of juniper berries?
Well, then,
So in a
one
way-
last toast
In a
to
way,
Juniper.
Juniper's here with us.
She's here with us. And with that, cheers to her. And let's head back. I could also do this scene all night long. Like, I did this for like 3 hours, so I'm just gonna cut it off now.
Do whatever you want.
Actually, as we're walking back, I kind of like I kind of do want to just have like what is at the end of this for you? Like you're an Empire girl too. Like
Well,
I think Davina's a little bit more, you know, ambitious. Not in like a bad way. Actually, no, kind of like personally in like a bad way, but like in like she likes the system. Where do you stand on the system?
oh, you should know this by now after so much time with me. Look at me. Look at my hair. You see these purple streaks?
You don't.
Look at this tattoo.
She's not like other girls.
I'm not like other girls. I'm
so
not
quirky.
like other
Other
Empire.
But
She's so kooky crazy.
Typical man attacking an
Her.
ambitious
She's so crazy,
woman.
haha.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, I'm not like a fuck the Empire kind of person. I was born there. I didn't have a choice in that, but I never saw myself staying very clearly. I wanted out, and I'm never going back.
Interesting. Do you think that the Empire should
I-
exist in its current form?
I mean, what form is that, Jasper? Do we even really know right now? Is Novar taking over? Do we have any intel that
Even before
the
that,
Empire is
I think there
already
were-
collapsing?
Yeah. Well, less collapsing and more evolving.
Mm-hmm.
They're not seated
what
in
it's-
power. They're likely just going to expand more at this point. That's
Well, if
the
the
issue.
Empire is one with the circle, right? Well, if the Empire is one with the circle and Novar is leading, then it needs to be that needs to be remedied.
Yeah, what does that look like? I can't, I don't know. Like, I know that it sounds bad, and I know that, like, I'm, like, doing this whole new thing where, like, rage isn't controlling me, but, like, it's hard to look at that and not just, know that, like, a lot of people are gonna get hurt before things can get better. Those are your people. I don't want them to get hurt, but they're
There
gonna.
are people. I mean, your people have been hurt too.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
world world is hurting.
that's true.
And
That's a weird thing to think about.
it is. It is. Do you think that Vel still has a what who came to visit him? The soul of the world?
The soul of the world. I don't know if he talks to him on like a daily basis, but I think maybe if Val like wrote a letter to the soul of the world, maybe they would answer.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know, Jasper, what's gonna happen.
Dear.
Dear
Oh.
the world.
Dear soul
The world.
of the world.
Hey,
But
hope you're well. I am fine.
Hags.
but to your
Hags.
point about the Davina earlier, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But if we don't act,
Yeah,
then we're
yeah.
making a choice as well.
I know. I know this. I don't know. I feel bad because like I did bad. I did bad.
I did
And
bad too.
I acknowledge this and I apologize for it. I can't take it back. I can't change it.
No,
But at the same
no.
time, I think I'm going to do a lot more things that she maybe not going to like because they're the right things to do.
Every day you have a choice, Jasper.
I know. I don't
Just
want
evaluate that choice
I
every
know.
day.
I'm just worried. I don't want to upset her. Nothing that I did was like it wasn't I I'm tired.
So how about Jasper, when you have to make the choice in the future that you talk about it first
Yeah,
with
yeah.
people,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and then we may not all agree, but we can move forward with whatever decision we collectively make
For sure.
as a group.
For sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe she won't like that Empire has to go bye-bye though.
I mean, we, in its current state,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because we have to build something better. We
I
have to
agree.
build
Yes.
something
Yes. Yes.
from within
That's why I
that
ask about the
serves.
system. Do you like the system?
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
exactly. I think she likes the system. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about.
They're walking home and getting drunker. They're.
Again, this is why I could do this for like 3 hours. This is so fun.
It's just gonna turn into
And then,
a fucking anti-capitalistic rant.
and then
The
Violet's just gonna like
system.
throw her
The
arm over your
system.
shoulder and just be like, I know, but it's good. We're gonna be okay. We got through today. We're gonna get
That's
through it.
true. We're gonna handle it.
Yeah.
We are gonna handle it.
The nobodies.
Nobody's. And nobody can tell the nobodies what to do.
Yeah. Like Violet knows that's terrible, but she's just having a great time. Yeah. And with that, Jasper will just walk back to the tent and try very silently to go back in and not wake anyone else up, but that's not going to go well.
Well, I will say we're gonna cut a little bit here. We're gonna do a little snip snap. we'll say as you were all walking back having these conversations, Davina had already left and made her way. Davina, are you making your way back to the tent?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, as you head back, Davina, you get there and you notice that right around the same time, Elaine is returning from her walk.
Oh,
Okay.
drinks ended early. Where are the others?
They decided to continue on. Keep drinking.
Violet let you go?
I think she's already a little too heavy in her cups, and she had Jasper to continue on with her. I'm just happy she's happy.
You seem off a bit.
Thank you for being the third person to tell me that tonight.
You're very welcome.
You just look really tired.
Yeah. You should smile
You
more.
look like shit just now.
Pew 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 pew.
It's coming in.
A pretty
out of
girl
frame
like you shouldn't
so
be
good.
frowning so much.
My god.
Oh my god. Yeah, will you be suspicious if I chalk it up to a long day?
I can't lie, so probably, yeah, honestly. But
Yeah.
you don't want to talk about it.
No, but mostly because I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. More complicated lesson?
I think things today simplified things for me.
That seems good.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
I think having clarity on some things can give you a black and white outlook. There's no room for gray area. And before leaving Verkova on all of this, it was really easy to choose black or white. And then traveling more and more with you and Sal and meeting Jasper and Vel, the gray area in the middle got bigger and bigger.
Are you
And
back
I
to black and white?
think I am.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. Oh.
Um.
And I don't know what that means moving forward. With you guys, with what's going on, with the future, all of it.
I don't know either.
Well, in any case, I'd like to say thank you for listening.
Of course. If I can help. I'm supposed to stop needing to be useful all the time, but you can talk to me about anything. I like when people talk to me. I like being a person.
Because you are.
Thanks. I am.
You should like being what you are.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think I've grown a bunch today. And I feel sorry that that wasn't the experience for you.
No. In any case, I look forward to seeing how it impacted you.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Okay, well, I'm going to turn in. And,
Same.
alright, I'll hold the tent flap open for Davina.
You guys
He
walk
goes
in,
and settles in.
where you are accompanied only by the sound of Valterra's gentle snoring. But we are going to snip snap once again, and we are going to cut back to, we'll say, about 45 minutes before. Valterra lays in an empty tent, exhausted from the day, goes to lay down on a padded mat, takes a deep inhale, exhales the stresses of the day, tries to get comfortable. A buzzing at the back of your skull. You are most unwell.
It's obviously not Vol's voice, right?
No, it's Full's voice.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It's Vol's voice, but it's changed somewhat.
Yeah, it took a bit of a beating in there.
What was that place?
I think it was Violet's mind, but I'm not sure.
The being that we faced in there.
Mm-hmm.
It felt so familiar.
I wonder why.
I've been trying to figure it out. Obviously, we've felt pulls from dark places amongst our travels, even from Violet herself. I'm not sure if it was being in that space, but I was able to feel more. It was a resonance that I recognize.
Well, I mean, it was Strock in a way. And I don't know, to me, the quintessence has always sort of been the manifestation of the Pentama to some degree.
Hmm.
Problematic as Strock is, he's still a part of that. And I think we still have a lot to learn about you and us, but I think that's kind of where you came from, was the quintessence itself. So I think in a way that resonance was probably synced up with your own, in a way, if I had to guess.
Could be the case. He called us, or he accused us, of wielding the power of the mother.
Yeah. Not sure entirely who he was referring to.
Could this help us? Knowing that whatever it is about us, it unsettles him.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Whether or not it helps us, I don't know. We'll have to see, but I don't think it'll hurt us. Except for making maybe more of an enemy out of him than he already is. Then.
At least Violet is better now.
Yeah. Like I said, as much as I know Strzok is part of the Pentamont, he certainly can't have such a overwhelming influence like he did with Violet, so I'm glad she
Do you
did
think
that.
do you think we're allowed to trust her more now?
I think so. Yeah.
Something feels different in her, too.
Absolutely. I think she'd be the first to tell you that.
So what will we do now?
I think we keep doing what we were trying to do. We'll leave the seat here with the Ilbrian, right? There's the Ilbrian.
These are the Chalith.
Jalith! I always get confused. We'll leave
Wow,
the seat
not all
here with the
elves, bro.
with the Chalith and continue on. Hope to find the last seat somewhere in one of these oceans. I think it's east, if I'm not mistaken. I think we heard something about that. Or maybe south. I gotta check the map again.
It's tricky. There's a lot of water.
Have you experienced much water as far as the oceans? Or have you read about them? What is that like for you? We haven't really spent much time on the oceans.
We rode the ship from Port Sever to Scarport.
That's true.
That was my first time seeing the ocean.
What'd you think?
It's so different. Here on the land, everything is understandable. The ground is the ground. The trees are the trees. It all stays in a happy, comfortable little stasis. The ocean. It's always changing.
So that should make finding something in it super easy. So that's
He
good.
kind of he chuckles that sort of weird, unearthly laugh that he has. The ocean's scary.
We'll find out.
You should sleep.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been trying to do.
Do you need me to let you sleep?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I will keep my humming to a minimum.
All right. I always appreciate it.
All right. So with this, we cut back to Vina and Elaine re-entering the tent, settling in, followed not too far behind by a C, Violet, and Jasper. Everyone finds their place to settle down for the evening, and after an extremely eventful day, you all settle down and complete a long rest.
Woo! I needed that.
Does that reset the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. For you, yep.
Could you imagine?
Sometimes
Nope, you
need
actually...
to
You actually
remove curse. To do it or something.
permanently nerfed.
No, this one's just sleep.
Take it.
Alrighty. Eventually, morning does come, the softer light comes through the forest, slowly seeps in some of the cracks in the tent. In this warm and cozy space, sheltered from the cold outside, you all slowly awaken. You can take whatever time you need in the morning to sort of just get yourselves situated and set up. Not too long after, the tent flap does swing open. Tanya enters. I hope you were all able to get adequate rest last night. I hope these lodgings were to your satisfaction.
It's very good.
Excellent. Well, it's, I know it's rather early in the day, but I was able to speak with Irafor last night. He was most certainly understanding of what you all went through and needing a little bit of extra time to recuperate. And now he is very eager to speak with you if you would be willing and able to converse with him this morning. Unless there's anything else you needed to do beforehand.
No,
Get the show on the
I
road,
think
baby.
we're ready.
That's the whole point.
Excellent. Well, then, let us make our way. So, she will lead you out through the city. You can see that as you begin to make your way through, you are approaching the upper edges of the city at this point. This is kind of near where you first entered. You came from a tree that was kind of overlooking the city. You see that she now heads in a slightly different direction, but continues up into a very heavily wooded part of the forest that seems to sit on, like you can see some kind of cliff faces that are starting to rise up out of the forest. The trail itself starts to become very hilly. The elevation becomes a lot steeper. You find yourself walking on almost more like steps at this point than just a pathway. And that continues to rise and rise until eventually you find yourself actually starting to scale some small rock faces as you make your way up. And Tanya will say to you, we are approaching the for lack of a better term, the seat of power within Ammrion. Unlike what I've learned of the Ilbrian to the south, the Chalith do not have a governing body, per se. Irafor acts as our most elevated advisor to what we do. There is no law or power that requires the Chalith to do his bidding or do as he says. But it is deeply ingrained within our customs and our culture that wisdom comes from years spent on this world. And we would be remiss to ignore the wisdom of an individual such as he. Keep that in mind when you speak to him, that not any decision he makes need be final, but he will most certainly hold the most sway with the populace here. Myself and Gathawid are his two advisors to make sure that he is kept well informed and abreast of all the happenings. But Irafor has a strong mind of his own. He's a most interesting individual. I'm excited for you all to meet him. Do you have any questions for me before we enter?
Assume that you've notified him on why we're going to be speaking to him today.
I've shared some of the information, yes. I thought you were all the best to make the case for yourselves. I mentioned to him that this had dealings with the seats of power and with the steward races. He was most excited to learn that you all had visited 2 of the seats yourselves and experienced their power firsthand. Irifor, above potentially any other of the Wood Elves, has the deepest reverence and fascination with the steward races and with their seats. I am most interested to hear what he will have to say. The part I did not speak much to, I elected that it might have been a little bit presumptuous, was the talk of the teleportation circle. I think a wider case has to be made first before that offer is put on the table. I apologize if that might have been unwise.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to get an inclination of where he fell on the spectrum for our request.
Certainly, I believe, especially after the ordeal you went through yesterday, I think you will have a fairly receptive audience, which is both a pleasant surprise. It's a pleasant surprise. And with that, she will lead you up a few more steps at this point.
I have a question logistically
Yes.
that I'm realizing now might
Yes.
be an issue.
What?
This is a DM question.
Okay.
I could see how this might be broken, and I just want to bring it to your attention. I technically can have Bless and my Emboldening Bond active. Do you want to not let that be the case? And Guidance, technically, I could have all 3 active, which seems like almost an arbitrary amount of additions to ability checks. I was thinking like maybe like 1 per person, or like one.
You can have multiple concentration spells up?
Well, no, they're not all concentration spells.
Emboldening Bond is not a spell, and it's not concentration. And then I could have either Bless or Guidance up.
Oh, I got you. I thought you said you could have both of them.
Oh,
It's
no.
like, that feels crazy.
No. But if
I
someone else
mean-
has Guidance, then... I could see why you would say like one of those effects per caster.
I mean, I'm not just going to rob you of a spell or ability just because it's strong. I can't think of a good reason why Emboldened Bond would not work with Bless or Guidance.
Okay. Sounds
Guidance
good.
is also very much an out of combat thing.
Yeah.
That we're going into an out of combat where
Oh, I see what you're saying.
we could possibly stack 3d4 to any charisma check.
Very fun.
That seems like a lot.
Yay, level 10 / what you've done.
Ooh, boy.
It was
Class.
unintended. I was looking at it now. I was like, oh, I wonder if you can do that. And there was nothing that said you couldn't do that. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to say that seems broken. But okay. Cool. So I am preparing Bless in that case.
Ah.
Doing like a ritual cast?
Oh, no, you can't ritually cast it. I was just saying, like, if I could.
Oh, you just did it?
Like, when you prepare your spells in the morning.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If I can't ever use Bless with Emboldening Bond.
We finally have a spellcaster now in the group where, like, that's a thing.
Yeah, dang.
Because, like, no other... The Warlock, the Bard, the Paladin, they don't prepare spells. So this is the first... I'm like, oh, that's right. That's a thing with some classes.
Oh, I do.
Yep,
Yeah.
Wait, does Paladin prepare?
I prepare.
Oh, I thought you just
And-
got spells.
I also have bless prepared, so let's fucking go.
Double
Let's-
Everyone's
bless.
blessed!
Double bless.
Bless,
Who
bless,
else?
bless.
Who has guidance?
I don't.
I mean, I have guidance, but bless.
Now, the thing I will point out is these are all apparent. Like, if you're casting 2 blesses and a guidance, like, that's not
How long does bless work?
inconspicuous.
Bless works. I think it's
Yeah.
a minute. I think bless is a minute. That seems right. I can't imagine that it lasts much longer than a minute.
Yeah.
Bless. Yeah, concentration up to a minute. My emboldening bond is 10 minutes. So like that one we can do kind of before we walk in. And
Nice.
it has no components. Actually, I could do it at any point.
Right, yeah, because it's not a spell or anything.
No, it's
Yeah.
channel divinity.
Okay. All right, so
Yeah, I have
Tiny-
access to spells again, y'all.
Woo!
It is great.
so Tyaina leads you through a set of trees. As you come to the other side of the trunk, you come to a very odd looking arrangement on the edge of a cliffside. This entire area that you walk into seems to be constructed of crystal of some kind. There is a crystal pathway that seems to just emerge from the snow underneath it. There is a large crystal archway with different like shapes and runes and etchings all along them that seem to glow, and light seems to kind of move and travel along them. You can see the pathway leads right to the very edge of the cliff. The pathway extends out over the edge of the cliff in a continued straight fashion. And as Tiny leads you closer and closer, you can see that the path is just the path. There are no supports or anything else that seem to be holding this pathway aloft, and yet it continues unabated from the cliff edge out over into the open air.
Sick.
All the way at the end of this pathway is a large kind of circular platform, also as far as you can tell unsupported in any way, shape, or form. Seated there on a very modest looking stool, you can see an elderly elf with slight wrinkles, very unusual to see for an elf,
He old as hell.
along the edges of his mouth and the bottom of his cheekbones. You don't know if he has any higher up around his eyes because you can't see them. He is wearing a beautifully carved and intricate wooden mask with very fine detailing etched into the wood, other runes and markings and carvings. It covers the entire half of his face, and you see that there are neither eye holes nor any sort of opening in any way. It is an entire half face covering. He is draped in furs and pelts. There are 2 very large, ornate elk horns that almost seem like they sprout directly from his skull. The base of them hidden in his hair, you can't quite tell exactly where they may come from. And that perfectly smooth white hair just tumbles all the way down to his waist. You see he sits on the stool with a little bit of a stoop, and to help hold him up a little bit, he has a large staff topped with a glowing blue crystal at the top that seems to have a little bit of a mist around it, as if like an ice or rime kind of aura. Tanya leads you forward. You can see that standing behind the elf to his right is Gathawid, the elf that you spoke to the day prior before your ordeal with at the temple complex. Gathawid stands there, still unmoving, motionless. Tanya leads you to the center of the platform where you face Irafor and Gathawid, and she goes and takes her place on his left side. You see Irafor's mouth move, and he says, "What do you think of my station here? It was once the resting place of a great titan, rooted here, in place for eons. Some say her roots ran all the way to the center of the earth. Now, a pit, a chasm, an empty space where her presence was once felt. This walk of glass serves as a message to our people. It is meant to remind us that balance is always in peril. We must stay hard and resilient if we wish to hold fast against the forces that would bring us down. If we let our resolve melt away, we plummet to despair."
Wise words.
Most certainly true. And a great reminder that while there may be titans in the world, most will always see their end in some fashion.
You are wise of the cycle of this world. Surprising, coming from one such as yourself.
Such as myself?
If your people shared your perspective, they might not be as wont to mess with the forces of our world. You all
There will
come...
always be people. There will always be people that will want to mess with the forces of the world.
Indeed. And you all have seen much of this world. You come from such different places. And yet you find yourself here with me now. I am told you've glimpsed the very heart of this world itself. Is this true?
You mean the seats? You mean the seats?
Yes. The seats
It's
of
true.
the stewards. The glorious people who once called this world home. They understood the importance of keeping it. They were not called the steward races for nothing. If but only we could return to that age. What a world this would be. Tell me, what need have you for me after all you've endured?
I think our need
It's
is less personal. We don't need you. At this point, the world needs you.
He sits in unmoving silence.
Do you reject responsibility for the rest of this world, content to sit up here? You speak of the steward races, yet you choose not to help steward this world towards a better future?
We steward this world in the way that we have always known. This world is the water that runs through the forests, the ocean that teases the shores, the mountains that scratch the sky. This world is not the selfish desires, the wanton violence. Those are the dealings of lesser men.
if you remain as you are up here, ignoring the dealings of lesser men, you will become just like this titan that you sit upon, a fossil. The river and the mountains, they all grow and change. They're constantly moving. And if you don't change with it, you will become obsolete. We are asking for your help for the very world that you live in, not for people. They're a byproduct that live in the world.
What would you have me do?
We would offer you a bargain in exchange for your help.
A bargain. More dealings. And what is it you ask of me in exchange for my help?
Your aid, possibly your people, to help us. But ultimately, your support.
And what is your plan to right the wrongs of this world?
To start, it would make sure that the seats are in a safe place. That corrupted minds and hearts wouldn't be able to use them for nefarious purposes to change the world for worse.
The seats are in the places where their progenitors designed them to be.
But they are no longer safe because the world is changing in those places.
If I may,
They've already, yeah.
I've had a rare opportunity. At one of the seats, I was shown the damage that's been done to the world and the quintessence. It's being done by the Empire that seeks out these seats, looks to corrupt them, looks to manipulate them for their own twisted purpose. They are tearing at the seams of the world. They're tearing apart the lifeblood of what you all and what I subsist on. These seats are important for so many reasons, as you know. But not only that, we have to stop and hopefully reverse what's been done by the Empire and by an organization that we know as the Golden Circle, and that I think you've all come to know a little bit more recently.
Yes. There is much to be done. It's interesting hearing you speak. You seem so wise beyond your years, all of you. You may just understand what needs to be done. He leans back a bit. What do you all know of the Pentamont?
Violet chuckles a little bit.
All eyes go to Val.
Well, perhaps no is a bit of a strong word in this case. I have a belief in my connection with the Pentamont as the original elements of life here on Zholmyr. I feel that the quintessence is sort of a manifestation of the Pentamont, and that we're all tied very deeply to them, especially somebody like myself, who I like to think that I have a connection with Venarin specifically, but with the earth, with the ground, with where we come from as a child of the earth. I think we are all pieces of the Pentamont, and the quintessence is its blood, its breath.
And these quarrels that you speak of, they're not just the quarrels of lesser men. I think you know one reason why our group came here. It was to rid me of the curse of Strock, one of the Pentamont. Um, Luckily, I'm now free of his influence, but he, it is supporting these lesser men in their efforts to destroy the quintessence and corrupt the world. The the balance that existed in this world for centuries no longer exists today.
An astute observation. And yes, I have been made aware of your ordeal with Strock the Shadow. One of the 5 of the Pentamont. A dangerous and monstrous being. But a vital one. You see, you all have it almost just right. The Pentamont and the Quintessence are extremely closely linked. The Quintessence is not just the blood that nourishes the Pentamont. It is their creator. It is the mother that birthed them. It is the source of all things in this world. Back when the world was young and new, the Pentamont came into being, took shape in an ever-changing world. They settled into the different domains that became the building blocks of everything that we know in reality. And their birth was explosive, magnificent. They created and destroyed and created and destroyed. The growth was out of control. They built too fast. Their destruction was unmitigated. Until Strzok came to relieve the pressure. Strzok keeps their vitality in check, lest it run unabounded, and the balance lost. But Strzok can sometimes misunderstand its purpose. Its own corrections can also run unfettered. And it is the people of this world that have allowed it to loosen its restraints. And attack the Pentamont more viciously.
Then help us rid the people of Strzok's influence.
I have felt its hunger, and it is unsatiable. And it needs to be stopped.
Please, tell me more exactly about this bargain. How can I help you? How can I provide aid for your cause?
Well,
To start, go ahead, Jasper.
I think the bargain to be struck would be one of military aid, mostly on your part, in exchange for a new seat for the seat of the Fae. My people failed in defending it. For all of our differences, I do not believe that yours will. But that same capability of defending the seat is also needed elsewhere on Zholmyr right now. We're not asking for all, just help.
Yes. Yes, I think that can be provided. I would ask for a bargain of my own in return.
If it is ours to provide, we will, but we do not speak for the world.
No, no. I would ask you speak only for yourselves, for I think only you can provide what I need. He's gonna, like, with some effort, push himself up and swivel himself to his left. And he's gonna say, "What say you, Tianya? I feel like they have proven themselves to be knowledgeable and of the right heart to do what needs to be done."
I think Jasper's feeling a little uncomfortable. He will enable the emboldening bond on everybody at this point.
Okay. Tianya will look at you all with a proud gaze, and she will nod slightly, and she will say, "Yes, Irafor, have been quite impressed with them ever since we left Ciela, and, well, especially after the ordeal yesterday, their direct engagement with a echo of the Pentamont itself, they might just be rightly suited. And he'll kind of swivel back, and he'll look at you, and he'll say, "Your words, you speak true. The Chalith cannot simply wallow in our wooded enclave while the world erupts around us. We know this. We are aware of this. We wonder just exactly what we might do, we who have grown to know so little of the world through our own design. But we do still have something the rest of the world does not. Our untethered connection and devotion to the quintessence as it was meant to be, to the Pentamont as they were meant to be. You speak of cycles, of restoring balance, of bringing things together anew. We share those same goals, but we recognize, just as the Pentamont wrought change through volatile transmutations, so must we make emboldened steps. Sometimes things must be broken before they can be born anew.
I said that. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a plan. And you all, with your proximity to the soul of the world, to the seats, to the stewards, perhaps more than anyone else on this earth, might be able to help us enact it. We have come to understand that not all of the changes of recent have been bad. Those which were once locked away, kept secret, dormant, have reawakened once more. The children of the Pentamont, the reflections of their raw power, the Titans. They are back, and they are displeased with the world they find. We have made connection with one of them. We tried as best we could to link with its power, direct it where it needs to go. To some success. The Titan of the sky, the great night eagle. It wrought destruction on the city of Galebreak. Before we lost it once more. our link to it is fractious. But perhaps you all will have better luck. The power of the Pentamont to be used to rid the surface of this world of the scourge that dares to corrupt it, to enslave it. Brought down in its hubris by the very beings it fought to eradicate. There's a poetry to it. We would have you help us reforge the link with the Titan and wipe Verkova off the face of the earth.
Wait,
I'm sorry. You
can you say that last
you
part
think
again?
yeah, demolishing sorry.
Wait, did you wait? I just want to. That was a lot to take in. Did you say wipe Verkova off the face of the earth?
The corrupted heart of the Empire that spreads like a disease across this world. Rip it out, and the healing can begin.
So
What say you?
You want to destroy the snake's den instead of the snake.
That's
The snake's den instead of the snake.
a place is just a place. We need the people who are causing the corruption.
Verkova as a place is not a danger to this world. The people who inhabit and run its machinations are a danger to this world.
And every single person in Verkova is responsible for this.
You see Gathowid shifts slightly at this remark. Irafor says, I think that in order to spare the destruction of billions, we must be willing to lose 1 million. You seem unsettled.
Unsettled? That is my home. I'm a little more than unsettled.
This world is our home. You are not a resident of Verkova. You are a citizen of Zholmyr. You are a being of the world. Is everything you did not just share with me untrue?
But with all due respect, all of those people, those innocent people, are also creatures of this world. And while I do want to rid this world of corruption, those people have done nothing wrong except be born at the wrong place at the wrong time. And again, with all due respect, I made an oath before this conversation to the Chalith elves to minimize, I think it was to, I'm trying to remember the name, to minimize collateral damage. I've made that promise. We will take time to consider, but that's a lot of lives lost. Having already lost every single person in my hometown in Galebreak because of this new Titan. Yes, it was an accident or just a casualty of this war, but thousands of people from my hometown in Galebreak are gone overnight. It's hard to stomach so much loss from those who are not responsible for what is happening.
Child, nobody said the regenesis of the world would be easy. As you live through many cycles, you understand that the bigger picture is more important in the end. The forest can lose a few trees and still stand. But if the root system is poisoned, the whole wood falls.
My root system, my very soul was poisoned, but I'm still here. I believe it's possible
Would you
to
allow
carve
us?
out.
Would you allow us to give
Go
them?
ahead, Jasper.
Would you allow us to give them the choice before we resort to such measures?
And give away a pertinent piece of information.
Oh, we don't tell them. No, 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 no.
No.
We give them the opportunity to how do I say this? We give them the opportunity to do this without we give the people the opportunity. If we're able to expose what is being done to the people. I truly believe that the people of Verkova do not know the damage that their way of life is doing to the world. I believe if the people were made aware, I believe they would reject it and wish for change. Now, if the people are made aware and choose to support what is being done and their current way of life, then I do believe we have no other choice.
Well, Jasper, I must jump in to say that we can inform the people, but the people may not have the power to decide for themselves what way of life they're put into. Some people don't have
We assist them
the
in the
resources
uprising.
to choose,
That is
or
what
we
this is
just
all
take
about.
care, or we take care of the people who are the problem and build a better system around it.
What of the technologies that Verkova operates on? The entire country runs on extracted quintessence. The very economy is based around it.
Right, and
That
the
all needs
people
to be
aren't
torn
going
down.
to. Right, but if the people are informed, you're saying you want an uprising. You want them.
They need to make this choice on their own. If the head is cut off the snake, as we saw, with my own actions, another will be replaced.
That wasn't the head of the snake, Jasper. That was an
That wasn't.
illusion of the head of the. No
He
one
was
who
a
had any.
puppet.
Even so, we kill Novar. Someone will step in his place.
We take the circle down completely, is what I suggest.
You don't believe that the
Silence! You answer my own question for me. You understand what needs to be done. They all must be taken out at once, lest we run the risk. You betray your own cause by speaking the truth. Kina heard me yelling, he's coming in.
Buddy!
Buddy.
Sorry.
I believe the people need to be given a choice.
Make a persuasion roll, Jasper.
Can I help Jasper?
Can I ask something above game?
Oh, you
Can
do.
I
You're
ask
good.
something above game very quickly?
Sure.
Okay, so Jasper, I didn't understand. You want the people to rebel. I thought you wanted the people to just stop using technology, stop using the quintessence, which they
Also,
don't have the
yes.
power to change.
Also,
Right,
yes.
but like,
The people, if the people are made
They don't
aware,
know how complicit they
above
are.
game, yeah, above game, the
Yeah.
people do
Right.
not know how complicit their technology is in destroying the world. If they are made
Right.
aware of that fact, and they say we don't care, they need to be wiped off the face of the planet.
It's just very too close to home with climate change. People can be educated, but they don't have the ability.
Oh my God!
You
It's
know,
almost like the guy who wrote this campaign works in environmental policy.
it's not
It's
about people
almost
can be
as if
aware.
it's almost as if we are allowed we are this is the catharsis
I
of
just,
like we tell the people this is fucked up. Do you want to uprise?
I
Yes.
just can't.
Okay, cool. Let's fucking uprise.
Okay, yep.
Uh
Wow, this is hitting really close to home.
that is 16 plus 3 plus persuasion plus 5, so 21
Oh, good.
25.
Good.
25.
That's
Okay.
very good.
It's
That
like
is very
near
good.
impossible.
Fun fact. The peace cleric, when you take the peace cleric, when you get to level 2 with it, you get to use expertise and persuasion. So.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Very nice.
We're gonna have a peace cleric and a silver tongue bard. Amazing. Part of me honestly loves it. Like it's like the characters throughout the campaign have grown like really skilled at like you've talked to so many people about this. Like it makes sense that y'all would get really persuasive about it. I love it. I'm not even gonna complain about it. It's so interesting. Okay, so Irafor says, "You ask me to spend my most precious resource, which is time. What will you do to ensure sorry. What will you do to ensure too much time is not lost in this venture? The circle, as you say, will not wait to hear the bidding of its populace before it moves.
I believe if we can find a way for mass... I don't know. What timeline is acceptable to you? Let's start there. See if it's even reasonable.
He's going to look back at Gathawid and Tyenia. And Tyenia will say, "We will need to do some reconnaissance to understand exactly what the Circle has been up to since their assault on Tilo Asari. We have been left quite in the dark. We know they're moving fast, as evidenced by their intrusion all the way to the western edge, finding those poachers in Lys and the material they brought with them. Who's to say they have not already made a pass at the seat of the Nereids as well?"
That is where we are headed after this. I believe we need to secure the seat of the Nereids first and foremost. I believe the campaign of changing hearts and minds is not one that we necessarily need to undertake. I believe in the time that we are addressing the seat of the Nereids and making sure it is safe, if we are able to spread word throughout the Verkovan Empire of what is happening, if there isn't even an inkling of desire for change, I don't know what else can be done. If they don't care, if they care more about their coin and their empires and their technologies than they do the heart of the world, that rot has spread to the very roots of the people. It is not the head of the snake. The entire country is infested.
I'm very torn as we have this discussion, but I have to comment on this. You're talking as if the entirety of Verkova would speak with one voice to answer your question. They wouldn't. I guarantee you there would be plenty of people that would vote to continue. If we were able to put this to some vote, which we wouldn't be able to anyway, there would be a great number of them that would vote to continue the system they currently have, and there would be a great number that would probably vote to turn away from it. And then what? You're left with the same issue as we are now. None of you had the experience of feeling the wounds that were being inflicted on the quintessence, the world itself. But at the same time, I believe that those wounds are being inflicted by essentially one man, Novar. He was the one that I saw. He was the one that was shown to me. And I think it's absolutely true. We should find the seat of the Nereid, do what we can there, but also see if we can't find any additional answers. And if we can take Novar out of the equation, perhaps it would give us the time we need to make the changes we need to in Verkova. Right now, we're talking as if we have to act right now and eliminate everybody in the city and eliminate the city itself, or else allow it to continue. And I think there's a middle that we can walk. But I'm afraid whenever we find answers at the seat of the Nereid, we're going to have a similar conversation.
Would that...
Make another persuasion check, Valterra, this time.
You do have a D4.
Oh, wait, no, my persuasion's super good.
Yeah,
Please.
you have high charisma. You also get a D4.
Yeah, I forget what I'm good at, honestly. I don't know. I have a D4 on top of it.
Yes.
Pretty good. Not a good D4 roll, but that's okay.
Can I support this with something I'm going to say next?
I rolled a 28.
Can I try? Oh, he does not need support.
He's good.
Violet's going
He's
to make
all
it
the way
worse,
good.
actually, by talking. Okay, so real quick, Eric, give me like the spark notes of what you just said.
Essentially, I said we need to find the seat of the Nereid, see if we can't secure that. If that gives us any answers, have that discussion. And I think we need to take out Novar. And I think if we can take out Novar and stop the work of the Circle, it will at least give us the time we need to readdress the Verkova situation and readdress the potential solutions to the Verkova situation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because right now we don't have the time, if I'm honest. However, if we can stop what Novar's doing, because he was the one that was shown to me as essentially inflicting the wounds that I'm trying personally to stop, then perhaps it will give us the time we need to find a better solution. That was what I was getting at.
Yep.
That's fair.
He will say, "You alone are the ones who have experienced the seats for yourselves and glimpsed the infinite wisdom ensconced within them. We are missing a vital piece of the puzzle by leaving the Nereids, the seats of the Nereids, untouched. I recognize there are gaps in my knowledge. I would bid you make haste to the seat of the Nereids. There is little I can do to aid you in this venture. It is a territory most unknown to me and my people. In the meantime, we will, as best we can, gather information on the dealings of the Circle. It will be most difficult, and I bid you all as well to do everything in your power to gain access to this knowledge and information and feed it back to us. That is what I will use to inform my decision.
You already spoke of needing to conduct some reconnaissance. So I think given that, along with whatever else you might find about the circle in particular, I know we would be happy to keep you informed as to what we're able to accomplish. We do hope to reestablish the Seat of the Fae here with you all, as just not only a gesture of goodwill, but also because we do believe it's where it's going to be the safest. And lastly, in order to keep you more informed, we were hoping to potentially establish a teleportation circle. And perhaps that would allow us the means to keep you informed in a timely manner, but also allow us to return and have this discussion again once we have that additional information.
Make one more persuasion check.
Come on, come on.
You still have the
I'll give
D4.
Bardic, as he says this.
I'm going to...
The stack of die just adding.
Stack.
I'm going to use my
Level
inspiration on
10.
that one.
Okay.
I gave you a
I
Bardic
have-
as well.
Okay, I have a Bardic and a D4.
Yep, you have a D8 and a D4 now? Or did it go
The
up to
Bardic's a
D10?
D10 now.
Hell yeah.
D10 and a D4.
Gee.
Either way, though, that was a natural one that I rolled, so I'm going to use my inspiration on that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
That's-
no,
that's
no,
good,
no.
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. D10. Okay. That's pretty good. And a D4.
It's so rare we ever get to see Eric excited about dice rolls. This is really nice.
I know.
That's a total of 17 only. But...
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. No, I didn't add my 8.
Yeah, I was like, how
that's
is
a
it?
total of 25. Sorry.
There you go,
25.
there you go,
Only,
you're good.
I had too many things to add.
Tina, can you believe it?
Tina's so
Oh my
excited.
goodness.
Sorry, 25 total.
Okay. He'll look at you and he will say, "Yes, it is, as I have mentioned, time is of the essence. If this is what we need to do to ensure rapid communication." He's going to look back at Gathau and he's going to say, "See that it's done." And then he's going to turn back and look at the rest of you. And he's going to say, "My Ganassi friend, your head is in the right place. There is much to do and much still to learn. And after you are successful at the Seat of the Nereids, this does warrant another conversation. And I reserve the right to make the decision that I think is best for my people and my world when that conversation comes."
I wouldn't tell you how to advise your own people, but that's a discussion we'll have at a later time.
He's going to turn back and look at Tanya and Gathawid. Tanya's going to kind of, you can see her face has dropped a little bit, but she'll give a nod. Gathawid wears a worried look on his face, but also gives a nod. And Irafor will say, "Then so be it. With one voice, the Chalith has spoken," and he's going to bring his staff down. A pulse of blue light will hit the bottom of the glass walk, and with a boom, it will send itself down through the entire crystal pathway, light up the arch, and you can see that the light wave kind of trickles itself down the mountain, and it fades out of view. And that is where we will end the session today.
Oh my god.
Ah,
I
wait, I have a
him.
conversation I still need to have with
I hate him
Irafor.
so
No.
much.
Oh, okay, no, we can do that. We can do that. I don't want to just, like, keep it hanging. We can do that.
I can pick it up with him next time. I'll just write down a note if we want.
Good.
What gives him the right to make decisions for the world? I am floored. Violet is floored.
Hey, we need their help, so.
We do.
Hey everyone, that was session 37 of Zholmyr Unbridled. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with us. So much fun, as always, with this kooky crew.